Hey traders, happy Sunday. This is Ron Haidt at Market Tamer. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. As always, nothing in this presentation shall constitute a recommendation to buy or sell any security. Trading stocks and options involves risk, and specific financial issues shall always be addressed with your financial advisor. Kick off here with a daily chart of the Dow Jones ETF, the DIA. If I zoom in here a little bit, you can see we're back above moving averages. We're in a little bit of a trading range going back to the end of February. So pretty much, month over month, we haven't gone anywhere. Just going sideways, and we remain above the 50-day SMA in orange, which is an institutional moving average. And if I change this to a 5-year weekly, which now means every single candle represents 1 week, well, look where we sit. We're hanging out near the all-time highs. This is still overall bullish. So dailies and weeklies on the Dow are bullish. If I go to the SPY, start out with, which is the S&P 500 ETF, we're hanging out up near all-time highs on the weeklies. If I turn this back to a daily, every candle now represents 1 day. There we sit, pretty much almost getting close back up to those highs on 321. Again, everything going into this week is bullish on the SPY. And just a quick check in on the Qs. If you were wondering, the Qs reclaimed their 5-day EMA in blue, which is their very, very short-term moving average. Again, they are also bullish. Now, two ETFs that are not coming along for the ride yet. This is the banking ETF. We broke down below the previous lows on 3/8 and February 8th, ironically, both 8s. And now we're trying to come back up. So we're underneath these moving averages. So the banks are still technically bearish because we're below all the moving averages but the 5-day. And then if you go to the transports, the IYT, they had a little bit of a pop on Friday, but they're still below their 200-day. If they get above the 200-day, ideally you'd like to see them take out this little high here, and that would start to turn them a little bullish. So transports, banks, not coming along for the ride, but hey, SMH is. It got back above all its moving averages. I zoom in here on Friday. All in all, bulls get the edge going into this week. And the pun is the market's got a lift. Now, I'm actually going to have to go to 1 day and change this to a 5-minute chart in order to show you the new ticker symbol LYFT, where you might get your ride shares from. It opened up at 11:45 a.m. Eastern, according to Thinkorswim. And then each candle is 5 minutes. And then down we went, we baselined. So actually the intraday high was 88.60. And then, about an hour later, we're down at 81. So it was down about, 7-8% or so. Tried to have a little intraday rally, and then we closed the lows of the day during that last 5-minute candle on Friday. But because it's just 1 day, anything can happen. There certainly isn't any seasonality yet. The stock's been trading 1 day. We're going to need a couple years before that happens, at least. But right now, the direction is down. It's below all its moving averages on the 5-minute chart. If I change this to a 15-minute chart, we're below the moving average as well, which is not surprising if the stock finished at its lows. So I know I got some questions, and I'll keep getting them. What does this look like for LYFT? Well, there's no options that are traded against it, so I can't hedge it. So if I wanted to buy stock, whatever I pay is truly my risk. There's no way to hedge, with a long put or anything just yet. I'm going to keep an eye on this one. And if it starts to make a turn over the next couple of days and weeks, we can keep coming in here and, tinkering with the minute intervals to see if there's a potential trading idea opportunity. And then remember, let me take you to EDU and go back to a 1-year view. I gave you guys 4 seasonal trade ideas over the past, frankly, 2 weeks. Look what EDU is doing. It's 80 to 90. The stock is up $10 in a week and a half, right on schedule. How about Home Depot? Starting to perk up a little bit. It just barely closed above those previous highs back in early mid-February. Targets back up towards 210. Not saying it's going to get there, but that is the next technical resistance, and it's in a seasonally bullish window. How about ULTA? Earnings gap up. Seasonally bullish window. Pulls back, right back up. Now it's at 348. And how about the little blue box company, Tiffany's? Seasonal bullish earnings report, no shock. Now the stock's just powering higher. These seasonal trade ideas just keep working. It's why I like to bring them to you. You got to keep an eye on them. To me, it's one of the most valuable pieces of information in the entire stock market. When the big money, which I think can be identified here because there's a huge spike in volume, seemingly comes in at the same time every year. So I'll leave you with that. Again, bulls have the edge for the week ahead. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a wonderful week.